So watching the Channel One newsroom, we'll bring you some more reports on Sunday's downpour. But let's now speak with Mr. Richard Amerko, who is the head of drains at the Hydrological Authority, who works closely with the President's Flood Prevention Task Force. Thank you very much, Richard, for joining us.
Thank you very much, my sister, and good evening to your viewers,
Right
your
now,
listeners as well.
based on the information gathered so far, can you provide a clear picture of the extent of damage caused by yesterday's downpour?
Okay, so having gone round this morning to see for ourselves the level of damage, the only place that we could speak to more is the Ashiye area. What's the name? Fulani area. That has a lot of houses submerged during the yesterday, downpour. And then we went to I've forgotten the name of those places. But then they are all in the Adenta municipality.
Did you visit the lakeside as well?
We didn't go to lakeside, but we went to where the huge covert is.
Right.
On the Mama Human drain.
Right. And what's your assessment so far?
Okay, so with what we saw, basically it's about, people encroaching the water bodies.
Right.
Those wetlands that we have, or before the municipality do have some micro detention ponds. With what we saw on the ground, majority of them are gone. People have filled them and they built. So it's more or less it's exerting so much pressure on the Fulani lake, the Fulani dam that we have. That is why it could not contain the heavy downpour that came last night. Yes.
And let's look at the extent of damage. What else can you tell us?
Oh, we saw, people's homes flooded. Their properties were all gone. Some of them too. We heard that 3 people lost their lives. And then the interesting thing is that you find it so, serious that you see people building at the downstream of a dam, which is serious. If Fulani area, you can't even understand why people should even go and live there. So should there be a breach of the dam, what happens? It will sweep everybody there, and that will be a disaster to the country. So the little advice we gave them is that it's about time they all need to evacuate from the place before any disaster. Because what we saw on the ground, it looks like the embankments of the Fulani dam virtually is gone. So the next rain, it will sweep a lot of people. But then we are in discussion with the 48th Regiment to see how soon quickly they can go to the place and reinstate the embankments and do some dredging as well on the dam.
Right. So from what you've told us, today you focused more on the Adenta areas. Is that it? Are you going to be continuing tomorrow as well? Because there are other areas that were also heavily hit, like the Weja areas.
Yes, we went to Weja as well. We were at Weja.
Right. Okay.
We went to Weja, Kokrobite area. And it's so sad to see people building in the estuary, the floodplains. It's serious. So we're like, what is happening to us? People are developing the wetlands. You see, so when there's a spillage from the Weja Dam, then it will be something else. So I think it's about time the local authorities up their games and then begin to control development. And I believe that if we're able to put in all these measures, as a country, we'll be fine with flooding. If we're able to control development, we'll be fine. That is the major cause now.
Right.
People are not adhering to, and people are not also adhering to the buffer definitions that we have. Okay, people are not supposed to live close to our drains. The reason being that when there's a heavy downpour and the system overwhelms, or the drain is not able to accommodate the high flow that comes, it goes on the bank, stays there for some time. After the rain subsides, it recedes, it goes back into the drains before flowing out. You see, that is why we always say people should not build close to the drains. But you go on the ground and the people have built very close to the drains.
So with
and
what
we even saw at,
okay, please go on.
Yes, and what we even saw at School Junction. From School Junction, as if you are going to Santor, there's the huge culvert on the Mama Human stream. You could see that there's somebody who is selling this bamboo, I mean, close to the drain. So what happened was when the flood waters came, it went into the property, picked all those bamboos and blocked the culverts. So that made the water to spill over the culvert that is there and decided to spread now into people's homes.
Right, so this is the situation now. People have built on waterways, but what should we do? What should citizens do? What should government do? What should assemblies do? The rains are in now.
Yes, my sister, I think it's about time. It's two things. Either they need to evacuate from all those places. As you remember, I mean, if you could recall, the last president made a speech that very soon people living close to people building on waterways and then wetlands, structures are going to be pulled down. And I'm sure the task force very soon you will see serious actions. I mean, it's time we need to start striking the whip. I believe so.
Well,
to
very
serve
well.
as deterrent. I mean,
Thank you very much, Head of Drains at the Hydrological Authority, Richard Amerko. We'll wait